Okay, this is Wade. We're doing another quick training video on how to do the exterior of a house. So, I've gone through, filled out the initial information, who's here, whether it's occupied or vacant, what type of building, single family, are the utilities on, temperature, etc. All important things, and then that way if any questions come up later, there's no doubt as to who was or was not here and what the weather was like. This one's going to be a slab foundation. We're not seeing any crawl space vents, plus it was a 2008, so there just aren't any houses, modern houses in Oklahoma, at least that I've seen, that are crawl space. So next we'll go to exterior, fill it out. Brick, obviously, wood and hardboard also. It's a 2-car garage with the double door since it's twice as wide as the single. Do have that covered porch. Concrete driveway, and this one's also asphalt too, so we'll note that. No fence, no retaining wall. As you can see, there's shingles all over the ground. Noticed whenever we were driving up that there was, hopefully you can see it, some roof damage. So we'll go ahead and note that the professional roofers recommended when we get to it, but for now we're going to start at just pick a corner of the house. I'm going to pick this corner right here so that we can go ahead and start. So just checking out the brickwork. Looks like we've got a little bit of a crack up there, and then our light fixture's a little bit loose. We've got some deteriorating mortar, so note all those things real quick. So with the brick, we can actually just do, since it's close to each other, take 2 pictures. Note that it's in the southeast corner. And then we're going to use our hourglass to search for fixtures. That way we don't actually have to leave this section. Take a quick picture of that light. We'll say that it's loose, comma, southeast. That way they know what's wrong. It's not broken, it's just a little loose. And that where it's at, which one it is. Caulking, it's time. A little more cracking up there above the garage, which is normal. So I'm just gonna get that stepped back picture and get the whole driveway, whole garage in there, and just have them recaulk all of it. Note that it's the garage. It's redundant, but we need to mark where it's at because not everybody gets it. So the little spots right here, those are rust spots, so that means the painting's starting to deteriorate. So we're gonna go ahead and note that there's peeling, missing paint above the garage. Okay, so looks like the gable vent's okay. Looking at the soffit, a little bit of that trim starting to come off. So we'll go ahead and note damaged exterior. It's not a huge deal. A nail, maybe 2, fixes the problem, but it's important to get it done so it doesn't continue to deteriorate further. Actually, I'm going to put 2nd floor garage because it's up high above the garage. We've got another got our first wall penetration, right here. So we'll go ahead and note that. We're not going to test the water fixture today. It's 25 degrees this morning. I'm sure it's going to get cold again tonight. So I don't want to be responsible for there being water in the line and causing it to break. Checking out, we've got an outlet. My plug tester go. So 2008 house, I'm going to expect a GFCI outlet, which they have. So we're going to go ahead and test that. And it trips, which is fantastic. Normally I would knock on the door since they've got a wireless doorbell, but there's an agent here earlier, so I know nobody's home. So we're going to note they have a wireless doorbell and appliances, and then note wireless doorbell deficiencies. It's just a maintenance thing, so that way they know to ask whether or not it's staying or going. I do have an old insect nest of some sort, so we'll go ahead and note that. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get the picture right. That's okay. I'm gonna call that by the front door. It's not terrible, but we're gonna go ahead and notate vegetation next to the exterior. It's not much today, but in the spring, whenever things start to grow, it will be looking for cracks, specifically around the windows. Looks like we've got a weep hole down there, so go ahead and point that out. And then we're going to add the caption of weep hole so that way they know what it is. It seems obvious, but most people just don't have the training and have never heard of that before. Looking at the soffit vents, caulking around the windows looks not bad. Their gutter actually comes out away from the house, which is fantastic. Looks like they've got a dryer vent, which is not near an air conditioner, which is good. We do have wood to soil contact though. So we're going to note both the front fence and that little back fence around the dryer vent. And then noting it's on the east side in our caption. It just takes an extra second, but it will save you a lot of time on the back end. Caulking around the windows. That window is not spectacular. I try to get 3 different things. So we've got a garage door. This will be a window. See if we maybe can't find a door or something else. And that way they know to look for different things, not just windows. Looking around, the brickwork's pretty good. There are a few spots where we've got some mortar deterioration. So we can see right there. It's not terrible, but we'll go ahead and note it. We don't want to make a huge deal out of it, but it's still wrong. So we'll say mortar deterioration, comma, northeast. We've got another, this is common, where you've got this straight crack all the way around where the bricks don't overlap. So we'll get a picture of that. It's on the northeast corner, noting that in the caption. A lot of times around corners you have a little bit of deterioration, or wood starts to get out of alignment. I've already got a couple of spots of mortar deterioration, so unless we find something that's worse, looks like we've got our clean out here. Let's see, clean out's on the side yard. Take a picture of it. We're gonna get that water hose bib out in there, and that way it's not just next to a brick wall. They can kind of see where it's at. They've got some consistent mortar deterioration. We've already got a couple of spots, so we're not gonna worry about that. Looks like we have a propane tank. We can use this as our second wall penetration. So first things first, we're gonna do wall penetration in the northwest corner. Next, we can use that same picture. We'll just hit the gallery button, and then we're going to use that, also mark it as peeling missing paint, since there's not any paint on that wood. It's okay today, but it's not going to last. And then we're going to go to our plumbing section. And we've got our propane tank right here. So since we're here, I already checked the micrometer. It's stable. Don't have gas meter, but it's a gas tank, propane tank in the backyard. So I'm going to get a picture of the tank itself. And then I'm also going to want, if they've got one, they don't have a pressure gauge. If they have a pressure gauge, I'm going to want to get a picture of that. I am going to get picture of this hose, because it is not what we want to see for a permanent exterior hose. Ooh. So I couldn't find the right comment, so I'm just grabbing something else that's infrequently used, in this case water hammer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and flag it so I can come back and grab it later. Okay, next we've got our storm shelter. So we've got a general comment that we're gonna do. So we'll take a picture of the exterior. It's got two separate vents. Let's check and make sure the handle latches. Okay, good. Lift it up. Second picture we're gonna do. Come on, tablet. It's gonna be inside the storm shelter, just so they can see what it looks like, and we have a baseline of conditions. Let's go ahead and come inside. Got some fun spider webs. Oh, that's a nasty black widow. Don't get bit by a spider. So we are going to go ahead and note that we've got insect nests. Web is close enough to a nest. But the big things, well, so most people get freaked out, but that's a very solvable problem. But how's the concrete? Is it in good shape? Is it cracked? It's a little bit, it's not too bad on the bottom. Is there water? Anything coming inside that we need to worry about? And I don't see anything. They do need to clear out whatever that debris is, but they should be okay other than that. I'm gonna get out of here. So we're noting they've got the storm shelter. We're gonna recommend them registering it and keeping a storm shelter kit in there, but that's it. I'm gonna check. Let's see here. Since their other door is caulked reasonably well, for our third caulking picture, we're gonna go ahead and get this window. That way we've got 3 pictures of things that need caulk. It's 3 because 3 fits on one line. And there's no need to bullet point out every single spot that needs caulk, just a couple of examples. Next, we've got some debris in the yard, in this case those bricks. Of course, noting it's in the southwest. Gonna go ahead, it's not much of a crack, but there's this crack here, some mortar deterioration, so we'll note both of those. In the northwest, so we're walking around, we're looking, got another outlet to check. This one was tripped when I got here, so reset it, trip it, make sure it works, and then trip it again and reset it. Reset, trip it with the plug tester, and then reset to make sure it's working. We've already got 2 wall penetrations, so we'll use the dog door as a third one. It's going to be on the west side of the building. Screen door appears to be okay. How's the light fixture look? Do have a little bit of cracking on the sidewalk. Nothing I'm really worried about. What's the brickwork look like? We've got some more extra bricks, so we'll go ahead and note that. I'm going to throw it in the debris section.